A lot of people ask the same question, which is, why are narcissists so stubborn? Now, what people don't realize is when they're dealing with narcissistic people, they are dealing with people that have demons, okay? And the spirit of Leviathan is one of them. And I want to drop you a few traits of Leviathan so you can understand why it's so stubborn. First and foremost, they are people who will not submit to authority. And we can take this all the way back to Lucifer himself. He said that he was going to be higher than God. He wanted a position that was above God. He wanted to do his own thing. He even took a 3/4 of angels that went with him. And so with that being said, people who have a hard time submitting is dealing with the spirit of pride. Now, I want to explain the different spirits. When you're dealing with a main demon, like Leviathan is a strong man, okay? So you have Leviathan, and then under Leviathan, you have pride. I want you to think about this as CEO. Then I want you to think about it as general manager, and then assistant. It has different rankings that is up under it, which one of those things is pride. This is why they don't follow the rules. They don't follow laws. They don't follow court orders. They don't follow anything that they believe someone is trying to tell them to do. They don't like for anyone to have control over them. And so this is why this person is so stubborn. So the second thing I'm going to tell you is they would not submit to covenants. I want you to think about this covenant because think about how many times have you entered into a relationship with someone who is a narcissist, or maybe they're just narcissistic, and I explain that later. And they would not submit to the covenant or the relationship or the boundaries of that relationship. Maybe they were cheating. They were going to do their own thing. They wasn't submitting to that. They wanted it their way, okay? They wanted their cake and eat it in their ice cream and eat it all together. And so this is why the person continues to go in and out of the relationship, is because it's a covenant breaking spirit. And I forgot to mention, and it is dealing and coming from that pride part of them. The next thing I want to mention is the selfishness that they have. They are very selfish individuals. I'm talking about they're self-entitled. It's all about them. It's what they want to do, how they want to do it, where they want to go, where they want to stay, okay? And this is why people who are in this relationship tends to be a more soft version of what they are, simply because they have to have someone who is more submitting and submissive to that spirit. So you have Leviathan, then you may have someone who has insecurity issues, which is probably like the main demon in them. So this is why it works so well with these two together, because the spirit that's in this person, the narcissist, and then the spirit that's in the person who's with the narcissist is able to collide together, because the spirits that's in them is working to keep them together. I hope you're following me. So this is why you say, I want to go back to this person. You know, even though I know this person is no good for me, I want to be with this person. And then you go back to the relationship. And then when you go back to the relationship, your senses come back to where that demon is no longer manifesting to make you want to be with the person, because you're there now. And you're like, what did I do and why am I here? And so those are just a few. I have so many more to give you. So you may want to follow this if you want to have an education on narcissism and not just know that they're just controlling, manipulative, and all of these evil things. But if you really want to have a true understanding in the background about this spirit and about how narcissism works and why it's so strong, then you may want to follow this page for more information. And I do have a YouTube where I upload, as the Lord leads, information to help you grow. Okay, this is not just secular information. This is spiritual information coming from scriptures and helping you to overcome what's trying to defeat you. The best method to overcoming something is understanding what it is, having information, educating yourself on it, and staying connected to God. You all be blessed, and I'll be on for the next video.